Lots and lots of deer tracks here. Probably all the deer in the neighborhood come right down here so that they can have a drink from this nice stream. And this is a species of bamboo, river cane. It may be you guys that know more about your cane species might be able to tell me if I've got it wrong here. But anytime you see bamboo or cane, that is a very good sure sign of water being nearby. So if you're walking along and you see this stuff sticking up, you got water close. Even if you don't see the water, though, you may have to dig for it to find it, but it's there. So this kind of cane or small bamboo shoots, very, very good sign of water. Okay, right here, I see some little paw prints. Right here, some little paw prints. Here as well. So we've had little creatures come in here, raccoons, skunks, possums, as well as deer. See a little bit of a deer here. Here. It's this trail. This trail here is a perfect example of a game trail. The animals are walking parallel to the stream, coming to drink and going back to wherever they go. So that's what I'm going to follow, is the game trail. We've had a beaver in the area. He's been gnawing on these. Alright, I'm going to take a break here. This is a good place for a lunch break, and it's a good place to talk about a couple other things. The Georgia Bushcraft people on Facebook, they're a great group, so go look up Georgia Bushcraft on Facebook. And they've issued a challenge, but can you go to a regular retail place and spend $20 or less and cover the 10 C's of survivability? Dave Canterbury, great guy. If you haven't seen his stuff, you're really missing out. Go look for Dave Canterbury on YouTube. He's got a ton of videos and he's got a ton of skills. He has this thing about the 5 C's that then expanded into the 10 C's. And they're things that begin with the letter C. A cutting tool, cordage, cover, container, and I always miss the last one. Anyway, those kinds of things are what is necessary for survival. So I'm going to show you some of the, not all, but some of the things that I got, and I'm going to try to see if they're worth the $1 whole I paid for them. So the first thing right here is everybody's got one, everybody's got to have one. Even little girls in middle school have these paracord bracelets. Mine, however, has a little compass on it. I don't have the receipt for this, so I doubt I can use it effectively for the challenge. But I bought this at like a beach shop for not very much, $2 or $3, and most of them were just paracord bracelets like this. This one, for some reason, had a compass stuck on it. It was the same price, so I bought it. So I've got cordage and a compass. That's one of the C's, compass, right here built in together. It's very portable. Remember, things that you can keep on your body are very much more useful to you than things that you have to carry in your backpack, because you can lose your backpack. Another thing I got at the dollar store is dental floss, and that's good to have for whipping. You might be able to use it for suturing. I really didn't want to get the mint flavored dental floss, but that's what they had, so that's what I got. whipping rope, the ends of rope, suturing, fishing line. You could probably braid this a little bit and turn it into something a little stronger than what it is. This is really sort of this is what I've heard. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but the artificial waxed sinew that you get at the craft store, at the leather store, is just sort of dental floss that's been waxed up and stained a kind of a brown color. So if that's true, then go to the dollar store, get you some dental floss, and you can use it wherever you would use sinew. This is my little hand towel. It's 100% cotton, and that's important. I got this at the dollar store for, guess, $1. Yay, you're good. All right. 100% cotton is what you need for char cloth. Modern fibers that are nylon or are made with petroleum will just melt and they won't make good char cloth. So you need something that is 100% natural fiber. Linen, cotton. This is can be used to strain sediment out of water before I purify it. This can be used as a towel to help me stay clean. It can be used probably as a head cloth. It can be used as a bandage. So that little hand towel for $1 has a lot of uses. Okay, this could be an embarrassing little piece of video here. Let's find out. I bought this 12-inch handsaw from the dollar store. It cost $1 and it feels really flimsy. So I'm going to try this thing out and see how it does. Okay, here is the dollar store handsaw. Here's a stick. It's about 2 fingers around. Let's see what happens. Well, it has attempted to cut. I mean, it's nowhere at all the same quality as my Sierra saw, my Coghlan's little folding saw, and there's others like it. This is just sort of, digging its way through. It hasn't broken yet. The handle here is really, really iffy. So, it hasn't broken yet. All right. Well, it sort of did the job. I'm shocked. Now you see the size of this wood. It's not very big. And this thing may not last through very many uses, but so far so good.